Let's talk about the expected questions from the field of space research and development 2023. The first is IS-4OM. Now, ISRO system for safe and sustainable operation management has been established, and the idea is to actually think about the collision, the threats, improving the prediction for evolution of space, and there are 21 collision avoidance maneuvers which have been demarcated to protect from any external space object threat that can be seen. Space tourism is a new area where we try to venture in, and there have been studies talking about the feasibility in the suborbital space tourism. After the Gaganyaan mission, if that gets once it gets successful, we are planning for our next step towards space tourism and a capability to move into low Earth orbit. NavIC versus GPS. Now, GPS is a technology from United States. NavIC is an indigenously built India satellite-based navigation system with a very high precision, helpful in navigation on land, sea, and air, and covers India and a surrounding area of nearly 1500 kilometers of Indian border. Now, since it is an indigenously built system, it has been used extensively for defense and commercial application as well. It uses dual frequency bands with improved accuracy for dual frequency receivers to get correct atmospheric errors through simultaneous use of two frequencies that are there. So this system is indeed a new system and an important system. Space satellite startups have been welcomed in the development of space technology, and privatization in space research has been promoted. 5 PSLVs have been domestically produced by L&T and HAL, and while OneWeb is another set to launch the satellites through ISRO and NSIL. So the idea is through the launching of India's Space Association, which is ISPA, which started in 2021. It is built on 4 important pillars. That is freedom given to the private sectors to have innovation. The role of government should be as of enabler to make youth ready for future space and to see the resource and progress for common people. So with these 4 pillars, the Indian Space Association has commemorated. The third generation Indian satellite to monitor oceans has been released under the name of Earth Observation Satellite 6, and this has been launched by ISRO. So far, this was OceanSat 1 and 2. So OceanSat 3 is the new one where fishery management, the ocean carbon uptake, algal bloom and climate studies are the main thing. The previous one, the OceanSat 1 and 2, one was launched in 1999, 2 was launched in 2009, and the recent one, which is designed for the recent launch, the OceanSat 3, requires PSLV C54 as one of these, and the idea is that this would be nearly 1100 kilograms and heavier than OceanSat 1. It would have 3 important sensors: the ocean color monitor sensor 3, sea surface temperature monitor, and the Q-band scatterometer, which is SCAT-3. It would also have the Argos payload system with it. So there are 13 advanced ocean color monitor systems which would be part of it. 1400 kilometer swath that it would cover. Signal to noise ratio aims to have improved accuracy and to bring in and provide ocean surface temperature as one of the important development. The next is the private space rocket, which has been launched as VKS, is the Vikram suborbital rocket. This has been launched by Skyroot technology. We have covered a separate lecture on to it, and this Skyroot technology aims to release Vikram 1 next year. So the various startups are now welcome to come and take part into the process of getting into the privatization for space research. The maiden mission of the Skyroot Aerospace was known as Prarambh. So what is Prarambh is again important. The next is India-Bhutansat Satellite. Now this is a collaboration of satellite with India and Bhutan carrying a payload of Nano MX, and this payload is by ISRO and APRS Digit Eater, which is a joint mission of Bhutan, ISRO and DITT. Similarly, South Asian satellite came into existence in 2017. Gaganyaan is said to be launched in the fourth quarter of 2024. In the last quarter of 2023, the first mission, which would be an unmanned mission of G1, would be launched. The G2 mission in the second quarter of 2024 would be launched, which would be again unmanned. And then we would have the final mission, which is H1, which would be launched as human mission with Gaganyaan, and this would be in the last quarter for 2024. The space sector is emerging as a major foreign exchange earner through launching the foreign satellites. So far, of the 385 satellites, 353 satellites have been sent in the last 8 years, which contribute to 90% of the total launches. 187 million euro has been earned in last 8 years as part of this, which is at least 85% of the forex earned by India. So India's space sector, if it grows, definitely brings a big boost to India's foreign exchange. There are various countries like Japan, Italy, Brazil, Canada, Colombia, Lithuania, Finland, who are willing to send their payloads into space, and India can partner with these countries. There is creation of InSpace, which is a single agency for promotion and handling of non-governmental entities to conduct end-to-end space activities, and also launching various satellites through OneWeb satellite, which is LVM-3 in the form of LVM-3. Swamitva scheme, which is a drone monitoring in the rural areas for land holdings, is again a good initiative in this regards. We also have another development, which is by ISRO, that is a spatial data infrastructure geoportal known as Geo-Ladakh in the region of Ladakh. It would have a extensive database for water resources, vegetation, as well as energy potential, and would focus on various important issues. Now, the next important thing is we are looking for feasibility studies on mission to Venus and Aeronomy studies. So, mission to Venus is very, very direct. We want to have more people going to Venus, and Aeronomy study is an interesting part of a study which was introduced nearly 60 years ago. And the idea is to understand the upper atmospheric regions in Earth and the other solar systems. So, it covers the dynamics, the chemistry, and the energy balance in that region. Some of the miscellaneous topics to discuss, for example, Mark 3 was successfully launched in 2017, and then GSAT-19. We also had a human spaceflight. The elements for that technology as Pad Abort Test (PAT) to qualify the crew escape system was demonstrated by India. Quantum entanglement based on real-time quantum key distribution was done in a secure quantum text environment. This was demonstrated. We are also talking about IS-4OM, the very first thing that we introduced in the lecture today. GSLV Mk-III and Gaganyaan program are some of the important ones. Then Yuvika program, which is Yuva Vigyaniki Karyakram, aims to have with a vision of Jai Vigyan Jai Anusandhan. The idea is to bring young youth to come up for space technology. The second batch would be held in May, and then we have the third batch coming in this May as well. Then we have Social Alpha has signed a MOU with ISRO, and the idea is to launch a SPIN, which is a Space Tech Innovation Network, the first dedicated platform for innovation curation and space entrepreneurship programs. Also, New Space India Limited is a wholly owned Government of India enterprise that talks about development of high technology for Indian space research and the manufacturing base to be created in India. In space, establishment of InSpace is again an important development because it is an autonomous body under Department of Space and creates an ecosystem for industries to come in for space technology. The first private launch was done with Prarambh as the code, and this was by Skyroot Aerospace in the name of VKS Rocket. Then we would have the Vikram 1 next year. So those are some of the important developments that we have seen in the field of space technology. Again, space technology, defense, tribal development, extremely important for this time GS Prelims. So we have covered expected series in all of those. Those are available in the separate playlist UPSC 2023 expected topics. So just go to that playlist and cover all the list of topics that are available there. Wish you very good luck. Thanks for joining in.